close one, another one that you fought very hard for, but just didn't get the result. How would you assess the effort out there from your guys?
Yeah, I mean, for us to be involved in any game, especially against a team like that, the effort has to be high. It is close. I think obviously towards the end it was a little bit closer maybe than the scoreline says. Yeah, that's the honest truth of it. They played pretty good in that fourth, but we are rolling out some guys playing extended minutes right now. Tyler at 36. We've got 3 games this week. He's giving everything he can. Davo he's playing about 24 minutes, which is, we're just blooding young guys right now. You know what I mean? We are hoping to get over the line at some stage. We really are. But all we have right now is to put in performances like that. That's all we can do. That's a commitment we've made to each other. And we just got to keep fighting.
So it's a lot of single-digit losses. So what is that tweak to get over the line, to get that last little edge, to get those wins?
I mean, it's a really good question. Obviously, continuity is a little bit one, and maybe now with the 2 Americans gone, we'll get some continuity. Maybe that'll help. A little bit of maturity out there and experience is another thing. I'm not going to pull away from just plain mistakes that the guys aren't. They're just making bad plays. There are some of that. And then, obviously me as well. So there's a little bit of everything right now sometimes when you're in that situation and you just got just one more pro out there, sometimes they just sort of do stuff that it doesn't involve coaching or anything. It's just what players do, and that's why we pay them. But I think it's a mixture of all those things right now for us and the lineups we got out there.
21-8 from Sam. Similar coverage on Tyler relative to last game, but obviously Sam created a bit more out of that outlet area. What did you think of his performance, and how do you think he's grown over the season, especially with finding consistency and having imposing games?
Yeah, I think Sam's, obviously, at a young age, he's 31 minutes, he's sort of carrying our scoring a little bit right now. There's a pressure on him to perform. He's probably number 1 or number 2 on the scouting report. I mean, of course he's doing well. Now the challenge is right now is there's a leadership challenge, and he's fulfilled this challenge, which is great. And we, pumped for him, and I'm really happy that he's on our team. You know what I mean? But now there's obviously the leadership challenge, which he's trying to get done, and then obviously into next year, making sure he can sustain this form whilst playing with some other guys around him.
So now that being part of that coverage last game helped you in this game, and understanding maybe where your teammates might be, and how you can react off those actions.
Yeah, I mean, we knew they were going to trap Tyler, and then that short roll was always on, and they're pretty aggressive on that step up on me, and then we got, Greeter back cut. I probably had 6 assists to Greeter, I think. It was just a little dump off. It wasn't anything special. But thanks. I've been trying to get more consistent over this season, and I think these last, probably since the FIBA break, I've picked it up, and really I feel like I'm playing pretty good basketball, but I just want to win. Like, it sucks. It sucks losing heaps, and that's the biggest goal for us right now, is tick one of them off and start to, add up to that win column.
What can you say about Greeter's performance? It's probably his breakout game since coming back from that long injury stretch. I know you're very close with him. How proud are you that he was able to have this sort of performance and maybe get that monkey off his back?
Yeah, super proud. I think he's gotten better each game, and the confidence is growing. He missed a couple early, and then to start that second half, he shoots it and sticks it, and I think for him, just that's the step for him, to just keep hitting those shots and then finishing like he did. As this goes, he's going to keep getting better. The athlete he is, we know what kind of player he can be, and over this year, he's got a really good opportunity to play significant minutes and grow into that. And it's good. It's cool for me to see him out there because he's one of my best mates. But I think just for our team as well with that growing, it's going to be pretty important.
Sam, you've been a young player, I believe most improved in a stacked team. You've sort of done a lot already. This year, having to basically sort of carry a team at this point, how much do you think you will, out of this pain and this tough thing, how much do you think that can springboard? How much do you think you can take out of this tough time going forward as far as making you, as a player?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to drive that passion to not have a season like this again. Going into next year, we're going to start this off, and we don't want to lose games. It's sucked. We've come from being a finals team 2 years in a row to bottom of the ladder now, and it's not fun. And I think for the group and who we're going to bring in next year that's going to be a real driving force to get some wins and get back in those finals.
On that personal front, are you going to places you had or you think you had yet?
Yeah, I'm pretty confident in my ability, and I mean it's a reflection of the work I've put in since Jake first got here with Gorge, and we worked for 6 months before our season started when the season kept getting pushed back that first year. It's just, for me, it's been a build up, and I've known my abilities, and now it's I'm one of the guys on the team, and I get to use everything that I have, and I feel like I'm showing it pretty well.
Jacob, close again, but no joy. Was it the turnovers that let you guys down in this game?
The turnovers from the guard spots, it was a little bit high tonight, but playing against a team like that run around a little bit, you do expect to throw it around. Like I said, like I answered before, is that involves just having reps with our young guards playing is getting used to that pressure and playing against that pressure. And if we played against that pressure again and Lockie and Davo and whoever's carrying the ball right now plays against it again, they've got this monkey off their back. They're starting to gain some experience. So yeah, maybe the turnovers have something to do with it, but I still think it's about these guys right now not playing in this situation and in this crunch time all the time. But what this is giving us is an unbelievable experience, as I've been talking about all the time. It's been really good for these guys. It's sort of like a little bit at our expense right now on the win-loss column. So yeah, you're right.
Like the only contributor we haven't mentioned tonight yet is Deng. Had a double in New Year's Eve, season high in Adelaide, tonight at 16 at an official tip. How are you assessing his back end of the season? Yeah,
he's I think I said after the Adelaide game, his maturity levels and that is high. His commitment to this thing is high. He's as a veteran guy in the league, I know he hasn't played a lot, but he's been around for a long time, and he's an older guy. He really allows you to coach him hard, which makes my life a little bit easier. I don't have to sort of manage him and everything, and now he's reaping the rewards. He came here. He came back with a little bit of a belief that this could happen, and obviously today with Dan was, because we've been here a long time. I haven't known him as long as Sam, but we've been through a lot with Dan. I'm really proud of what that's become and how the medical staff has eased him with it. Obviously, what Sam and Tyler are doing right now is their toughness they're showing is going to help us in the future. And then Deng as well, it's a good point, is he just seems to sort of plod along right now, and because he's got a bit of a rep in the league of falling over and doing all this, and he's actually doing some pretty good minutes. He's actually playing some pretty good minutes right now.
What do you think the guys would learn from this game? Like such as Sam and Tyler and of course Deng, who played really well tonight, take into the next game?
I don't know if... I think obviously we always learn. You learn winning, losing that way. I think what we're starting to have here, and we didn't have it at the beginning of the year when we had chances, was we're starting to put consistent efforts in. We play consistently now, where sometimes we played a little bit. So at the beginning of the year, with the same lineup, to be fair, we had a good game, in Perth or something, came back and played New Zealand and got smacked, you know what I mean? Right now and I'm not saying, we've started to actually put, even though it's not we're not winning, you know what I mean? We are actually consistently coming in, and it must frustrate you guys because you guys ask me the same questions all the time. So it's the same thing with me. I go in there and say the same shit to them all the time. So, you know.
Position coach gave you rap again tonight.
Yeah, everyone's doing that. But it's the same story as we come in. So I could tell your questions are boring. What I say to the guys are boring. But, you know, in fact, I'd rather be consistent than all over the place. And we are consistent, we are young, but we do, like Sam said, we want to win. You know what I mean? We really want to. We just don't want to be the team that has a gallant effort, and we are really trying to win. And I hope everyone understands that.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Thanks.